State Convention titled Empowering the Next Generation for a Resilient Future kicked off yesterday at the Birinchi Kumar Borua Auditorium, Gauhati University. Organized by the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, the event aims to equip youth and community volunteers with skills in disaster risk mitigation and resilience building. Assam's Minister of Sports and Youth Welfare, Nandita Gorlosa, inaugurated the convention, highlighting the vital role of sustainable living and preparedness in reducing the effects of both natural and human-induced disaster. Later, Minister of Revenue and Disaster Management Keshav Mohanto addressed the gathering. He also flagged off the mock drill exercise by NDRF, SDRF, and Fire and Emergency Services.
And I am with Hitendra Pal Singh Kandari, who is the Commandant 1st Battalion. So, welcome to Business Authors. We are pleasure to have you on our show.
It's my pleasure.
So, sir, could you give us a small gist about today's event?
This is State Convention for Empowering the Next Generation for Disaster Resilience. Around 20 years back, disaster response meant only disaster relief and response. Maybe some disaster strikes, then there will be some rescue operations and some relief operations, but after that disaster response has gone a paradigm shift, and now it encompasses a holistic approach which includes prevention, mitigation, and then preparation for any disaster to come. So before any disaster strikes, we are ready for that. If we can stop the disaster from coming, we will try to prevent it. If we cannot prevent, then we will try to mitigate it. And for this, different type of measures are required, structural measures. This which means in creating the infrastructure which is disaster resilient, and then there are some non-structural measures also, which are most important among them is to empower the community, because wherever any disaster strikes, the community is the first responder, because they are the people available there, and other people like us will come from some distance. So if we want people to be resilient from disaster, it's always it's imperative that they know that what they need to do in case of any disaster. If any disaster, maybe some earthquake occurs or some maybe any disaster comes, so what they need to do, what action should they take? So now there is a focus on empowering the community, and which includes training them and improving their skills so that they can help themselves and other people in their community at the time of disaster.
And so, when it comes to using equipment or technologies, what are the technologies or equipment that has been used to fight against earthquake? Any new technologies?
A lot of research is going on, and but simply put, till now we do not have anything to predict the earthquake.
Definitely.
And maybe if there are small, people say that some very small time before the earthquake strikes, we can get some notice, but that will not suffice to protect ourselves. So that's not there. So the only thing is the technologies that we should emphasize on town planning and making the disaster resilient, earthquake resilient buildings, which are resistant to seismic activities. Town should be so planned that wherever a disaster strikes, if we have to create some critical infrastructure, for example, some hospitals and emergency operation centers, these type of buildings which are actually, we should ensure that at least if there is a town, the buildings like hospitals, which will be required at the time of disaster, they should be so placed that they do not get damaged. They should be strong enough. So, for example, if some earthquake strikes and the hospital itself gets damaged, then where the people will be taken to treatment. So, with these things, we can mitigate the effects of this disaster.
And sir, Assam is a flood-prone area. So, any new steps or technologies that will be introduced soon?
The availability of the things which are there, flood water rescue.
Yeah.
This mainly depends on this primarily boats are used for this. So now with more number of boats, now as NDRF is there, SDRF is coming up very well, and then now this concept of DDMA has come. So now more and more number of equipment are being available, and as you would have seen in the morning the briefing, here also the community is also being made the equipment and this type of things are being provided to them. They are being provided skills, so that if any earthquake, when the flood comes, they are themselves ready. They don't always have to rely on somebody to come and to protect them. So with the more number of gadgets available with the people, and to whenever there is a drowning case, more number of diving equipment are there, more number of skilled people with SDRF and other agencies who can dive and protect the people from drowned people. And with this we can get more resilience from flood water.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable
It's my
time.
pleasure.
So that's all for today. Keep watching Business Noticed.